So last summer, my dad hit what can only be described as the discount coupon version of a midlife crisis. While some guys buy sports cars, my father, whose idea of living on the edge is switching to 2-ply toilet paper, walked in one day, beaming, and announced that he'd bought a Tandem bicycle. "We're gonna bond," he said, which is what he always says right before he tries to make me join him in activities like DIY taxidermy or competitive birdhouse painting. I humored him for the first ride, but after nearly steering us into a bush every time he tried to high-five passing joggers, I decided my role in this bonding was going to be moral support. From the porch. After a week of failed attempts to recruit my mom, her excuse, "I value my knees," and my sister, her excuse, "I value my dignity," Dad grew desperate. Enter Rufus, the neighbor's golden retriever, who is easily bribed with half a hot dog and has never met a lap he didn't want to sit on. Dad rigged up a little harness on the back seat and convinced Rufus to hop on. Now I want to stress that Rufus is a great dog, but his only contribution to teamwork is enthusiastic tail wagging and an occasional, unsolicited lick to the ear. The first ride was something. Dad's pedaling for two, sweat pouring down his face, while Rufus sits upright, tongue lolling, looking like he's the mayor of the neighborhood parade. Neighbors came out to watch. Some cheered, others just recorded for what I can only assume was the next-door neighborhood circus group. Dad shouted encouragements like, "Come on, Rufus, pedal." But the best Rufus could do was occasionally lean to one side, nearly tipping them into Mrs. Kowalski's hydrangeas. By week 2, word had spread, and kids were setting up lemonade stands just to watch the man and the dog who commute like conjoined twins. Finally, after Dad's 15th attempt to convince Rufus to at least try to use your paws, he wheeled the bike home, defeated. He slumped down next to me and sighed, "I just don't get it. Why won't Rufus pedal?" I shrugged, looked him dead in the eye, and said, "Well, Dad, I guess he's just not ready to be a lab partner."